round.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Jongo here, and welcome to your Super Series Nationwide Championships. And this is one of our favorite venues here in the calendar. And this is the Bohol Panglao. Panglao Kartways here in Bohol. So, good evening. Ito yung maraming may gusto nitong karerang to dito kasi because of the scenic beaches and all. So, of course, many thanks to our friends here at Panglao Kartways. Thank you so much for making this happen right here. So, this is one of the favorite venues right here. So, we are starting off with the Super Underbone Limited Beginners category. And of course, we have 7 racers on the track. And aside from that, we also have 8 laps of racing right here. There we go. So, good afternoon, everybody. Jongo here, and welcome to your Super Series, your Motul Super Series. And of course, this is a nationwide event. And aside from being a nationwide event, this is round number 4 right here. So, yun. And of course, we would like to thank Motul Philippines, Motul Infiniteserv for making this possible once again this year. And of course, aside from that, we are also celebrating our 10th year of Super Series. There you go. So, maraming salamat po sa kanilang lahat dyan. Thank you so much, Motul, for making this one. There we go. Look at that. We have 7 racers on the track right here. Of course, comprises of all from the PFDs, right? PFDs and all. And of course, this is one of those races that mas maraming gusto PFD na dito. All right, so we're scheduled for 8 laps of racing right here. And of course, on pole, that is J.M. Malonzo. There we go. J.M. Malonzo right here. from Dodge Garage. That is our pole sitter right here. There we go. JM Alonso looking good here in this race. He clocks in. Oh, wow. Look at that. Almost 2-second gap right here for JM Alonso. Medyo malayo-layo to. So, coming in second is Rand Bergania with a 55.87, Carl Morta from Honda Project M, John Tunido from RDZ Tech, Fons Borja from KC99, Chun Garage, of course, from Cebu, JR Oclida, TSRX Top Speed from Bohol, and of course, Jaire Alingig from TRC. Here we go. Here we go. This is a warm-up right here. That is JM Alonso right there. This is the warm-up sessions right here. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Motul Super Series, and I'm very glad you're with us today or this afternoon. It's a hot Sunday afternoon right here in Panglao, Bohol, and I hope everyone is doing well. And of course, this is round number 4 of your 8-leg championship series happening in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And of course, like what I said, we have a new racetrack right here. Meron po kaming changes sa ginawa dito sa racetrack na ito. So, if you can see the last part of the corner, yun po yung changes natin doon. So, stand by for that. Here we go. We're scheduled for 8 laps of racing. Who will take first corner right here? There we go. Here we go. There we go. A good one right there by the JM Alonso. Ganda na pinakita niya sa simula. Here we go. This is the opening stages right here. JM Alonso looking good. Oh, look at that. That is a strong motorcycle. Here we go. This is the opening stages of the race as JM Alonso is leading this one right here. There we go. That's our race leader from Dodge Garage. Here we go. This is what I told you a while ago, that there is a big changes on the racetrack. This is that one that we did right here. So JM Alonso. Here we go. JM Alonso now crosses start-finish line with 7 laps to go in this one right here. JM Alonso looking good. Ang layo niya, ang gap niya is 2.229 right here. So, medyo grabe pinapakita ni JM dito. Yes. Layo na pinapakita ni JM dito. So, he's looking good right here. So, JM Alonso of Dodge Garage. Here we go. That is the part of the track that I told you that meron po tayong malaking changes doon sa ginawa. Then, they're gonna negotiate this part right here, and going back to the last corner and on to the start-finish line. Now J.M. Alonso crosses the start-finish line right there. Here we go. J.M. Alonso now, if you want to see the gap from Ran Berganya, wow! 4.359 yung gap ko ni J.M. Alonso and Ran Berganya. Grabe. So, now, let's see. There we go. That's Ran Berganya. It's quite far right here. But Ran Berganya, ang sumusunod sa kanya is John Tonido with a gap of 1.634 right there. So, that is the battle for second right here. And going back to J.M. Alonso, that is our race leader right here from Dodge Garage with a very huge lead, 4.359 right there. Of course, we would like to thank FDR Tires. Maraming salamat FDR Tires, our official tire. Aside from that, we also would like to thank Panglao Kartways for making this one right here possible. Thank you so much, Sir Frank and the Dumaluan family for hosting our Panglao Grand Prix. Now the gap, wow, 6 seconds. Yan na po yung gap nito, grabe. Here we go. J.M. Alonso, now the gap of Ran Berganya and John Tonido is already 3 right there. Medyo malayo na, 3.329. So that is the gap right here. Grabe. Grabe itong ginawa ni J.M. Alonso dito. So that is our race leader right there with a gap of 6 seconds. Wow, parang intro na yun ng isang kanta. 4 laps to go in this race. Yeah, race leader right here. There we go, and that is the rest of the pack right here. That is Ran Berganya. Checking out all of them right here. Yan po, si Tonido. Fons Borja, medyo fourth na dito. So here we go, there you go, that's Fons Borja. And coming in is Carl Morta. The rest of the pack right there as our race leader is Ran Berganya closing in. That is a very nice improvement right there for Ran Berganya. 546 right there for Ran Berganya. There we go, J.M. Alonso looking at lap number 3 right here. That's Ran Berganya, 4.502. Nice wall maneuver right here from J.M. Alonso. Lap number 2 right here for J.M. Alonso. Ang layo na po niya ngayon. 2 laps to go in this race. All right, so .251 is the gap right here. J.M. Alonso and Ran Berganya. Here we go. Last lap right now for J.M. Alonso. There we go. Last lap right here for JM Alonso. All right, here we go for our race winner, J.M. Alonso, winning this one right here. There you go. There we go. Winning this one is J.M. Alonso from Dad's Garage. All right, what a race right there. Okay, congratulations to J.M. Alonso for winning this one right here. So J.M. Alonso from Dutch Garage. There you go. Looking at the race result right here, Ran Bergadia with a 6.21 gap right there, and of course J.M. Alonso winning this one, a 10-second gap right there from John Tonido, Fons Borja, J.R. Oclida, Carl Morta, and Jaire. There we go from our winner there, J.M. Alonso. Nice one, JM. All right, congratulations to Dodge Garage, winning number one for this race. So we will be right back.
Another one in the history books of Philippine motorsports. This is your true nationwide championship series.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Sorry for a little of the delay because we had to have a mandatory break for JM Alonso because he's also running here. Actually, hindi lang si JM Alonso yung tatakbo ulit dito, si Fos Borja, John Tonido. Tatlo po sila. They're gonna run again in this category. So, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the delay, but nevertheless, we are back right here in Panglao, Kartways, Panglao, Bohol. This is round number 4 of your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships. Good afternoon, everybody. And of course, we have a new look, new field racetrack right here, actually. So, bago yung itsura ng track namin, we made a little bit change, right here. So, there we go. Once again, J.M. Alonso, once again on pole right here. So, of course, with the team's partners, that's Garage. There you go. That is our friends from Quantum and GS Battery. Yeah. There we go. J.M. Alonso and the rest of the teams from Manila, PFT. So, there we go. Bakbakan po ng PFTs right here. So, this is a 8-legs championship series happening in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. But right now, we're already in the Visayas Islands. So, which means that all of the races that you're gonna see is not only here is also in Panglao, but not only here in Panglao, but as well as Cebu. So, yun. There we go. All right, checking out the order of battle right here. James Alonso on pole. That is Gerson Ranoco, our friend here in Bohol, in Panglao, Bohol. John Tonido is on third. There we go. That's John Tonido right there. Joven Andrade and Pons Borja. There we go. Scheduled for 8 laps of racing right here. Here we go. A good one right there by J.M. Alonso. So taking on the first corner right there. J.M. Alonso once again showing dominance in this race right here. J.M. Alonso from Dodge Garage. Now he is our race leader right here. Dodge Garage for S1M Raven Racing Team. There we go. This is the opening stages of your Super Underbone 155 Open SP category. So a while ago, if we've been telling you that we have a change, huge change part of the track, that is that one right there. So we cut a portion on the inside just to make way for the downhill. So there we go. That is our race leader right here, J.M. Alonso. Looking good, looking strong right there. That is the battle for John Tonido and Gerson Ranoco. That is the battle for second right here. So John Tonido and Gerson Ranoco, all are friends from Panglao, Bohol. So they've been into this track for, sinusubukan din. That's the new part of the track pala, by the way. So you might be wondering, that's part of the new track right here. That is the part of the changes that we created right here. There we go, J.M. Alonso now on his second lap of the race, navigating to that brand new part that we did a little change. Thank you, Sir Frank. Thank you, Panglao Kartways and Dumaluan family. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this one right here. Lap number 6 right there. So the gap right here from J.M. Alonso is 3.102 from John Tonido. So Malonzo is kind of breaking away. Kanina, if nakita niyo yung karera kanina, the gap of J.M. Alonso was really quite huge, around 6.245 if I'm not mistaken. So, kaya yun, no? Grabe ang ginagawa, pinapakita ni J.M. Alonso right here. There we go. So, congrats to Dodge Garage. There we go, lap 5 right here. Oh, John Tonido, lumalapit siya kay J.M. Alonso. There we go, that is the battle for second right here. And the gap of Gerson Ranoco. Gerson Ranoco slide down to second. John Tonido climb up to slide down to third. And Gerson Ranoco slide down to third. And John Tonido climb up to second. Grabe, ginawa ni John Tonido. So, tingnan natin if Gerson Ranoco will be able to catch up on this one. There we go. This is our race leader right here, JM Alonso from Dad's Garage. Smooth right there for JM Alonso. Two point 2.652, John Tonido and JM Alonso. Tingnan natin. But I think kung ako kay John, medyo malayo na rin yung gap ko kay Gerson. I would like to try it out. Maybe I could try it out. Catch up on JM Alonso. So tingnan natin. Back to JM. There we go. That is the gap right there. So, medyo malaki-laki nga talaga yung gap dun. So, that's 2.652. And Gerson Ranoco. Looking for a second win right here for JM Alonso. Oh, medyo malayo yung gap dito ah. So, tingnan natin if there we go. Looking at this rider, that's JM Alonso. Coming right up is John Tonido, followed by Gerson Ranoco. And Fons Borja. We'll wait for Fons Borja right here. Fons Borja coming. Medyo malayo-layo na yung gap ni Fons Borja. There we go. That's Fons Borja. And Joven Andrade. There we go. That's Joven Andrade right there. And going back to our race leader, JM Alonso. There. So far, lumalaki yung gap. Grabe, yung gap dito lumalaki. Lumalaki yung gap dito ni JM Alonso. So tingnan natin if I think this is already a good one. All right. It's a hot Sunday afternoon right here, and that is the last lap board for JM Alonso. And the gap, bumibilis ulit si John Tonido or nag-settle down lang si JM Alonso dito. Okay, another win right here for JM Alonso. So from Dad's Garage, there we go. That's JM Alonso. That's our race leader. Navigating through the series of there we go. JM Alonso poised to have another win right here. Here we go for the checkered flag. JM Alonso. Wow, si John Tonido humabol pa. So, all right, so race winner right here is JM Alonso. There we go. Congratulations for second win of JM. Wow, galing. This is a very nice catch from... Memorize ako sa nahulog. Galing naman. Wow. There we go. So, looking at right here, John Tonido, medyo nag-slow down yet, I think, si JM Alonso dito, and 2.609. And Gerson Ronoco, 1.710. Fons Borja with a 19 seconds gap. And Joven Andrade with a 10-second gap from Fons Borja. J.M. Malonzo, win number 2 right there. Nice one for J.M. Alonso and Dutch Garage Team. There we go. Win number 2. Wow! Namamayagpag po si Dutch Garage dito. There we go. Here we go. Nice one. All right, so we will be right back. All right. Cream of the crop right here. This is your Super Underbone 155 Limited GP. On pole is Masato Fernando. Kerwin Chang, sorry. Masato Fernando coming in second. Efraim Monahon, JP Avidencio, Nedy Duran, Rain Del Mundo, and Mario Borbon Jr. Here we go. There we go. We are on board Kerwin Chang right now. And as you can see, oh, there's a rider down right there. Tingnan natin sino ba yun. There we go. Kerwin Chang right here is on the lead right now. What a start right there. There we go. That's Efraim Monahon. Wow, what did Efraim Monahon do to get that one right there? Efraim Manahon is closing in right now. Here we go. Kerwin Chang, Efraim Manahon, JP Evidencio, Masato Fernando went down. So I guess it's Masato Fernando who went down right there. There we go. We are on board Kerwin Chang right now. As you can see, that is the battle right here. So Kerwin Chang and Efraim Manahon, that is the battle for first. Wow, grabe. Grabe yung ginagawa ni Kerwin Chang. At saka si Efraim Manahon, as you can see, kanina, medyo ano talaga yung ano medyo mabilis lumalapit dito si Efraim Manahon. Now, let's see. Efraim Manahon was able to grab that one right there. Wow, look at that. Now, Manahon side by side. Manahon now is on the lead. Kerwin Chang fighting back right here. Let's say JP Evidencio is getting into the nick of things. What a move right here. Here we go. This is the battle. Honda versus Yamaha as well. There's a yellow flag right there. I don't know who that was. But look at the battle right here. Kerwin Chang, I think that's Efraim Manahon. Here we go. There we go, Kerwin Chang. Wow, Kerwin Chang right here. JP Evidencio, Efraim Manahon went down right there. So, ayun, JP Evidencio, we have to check on that, what happened right there. Here we go. So, Kerwin Chang, JP Evidencio. Efraim Manahon is down right here. That is JP Evidencio with a 1.817 gap right there from Efraim Manahon, from Kerwin Chang. Here we go. All right, this is 10 lap of racing. Now, that's JP Evidencio. It's being taken by Masato Fernando right here. So, yun. Masato Fernando, still our race leader right here. Kerwin Chang, still our race leader right here. Looking good, looking strong. The gap from Efraim Manahon, and I think that's Masato Fernando. We have to check on that. Who is that rider? That is Masato Fernando right there. Then I think that's JP Evidencio, Nedy Duran. JP Evidencio in third right here. Here we go. Kervin Chang looking good with 4 laps to go. Oh, Masato Fernando clocks in. Masato Fernando clocks in the fastest right here. So, tingnan natin if Masato Fernando will be able to catch up. Let's see if Masato Fernando will be able to catch up right here. So it's gonna be crucial now that the gap right there for Masato Fernando and Kervin Chang, it's around 2.816. That is the gap right there. Here we go, Kervin Chang looking good. That is the rest of the pack right there. Now, Kervin Chang. Malayo na to. 3.409 gap right there from Masato Fernando. There we go. Masato Fernando, JP Evidencio, and Kervin Chang. So, last lap of the race. So far, so good. Here we go, Kervin Chang winning this one right here from KC99, followed by Masato Fernando with a gap of 3.677. Coming in third right here, JP Evidencio with a gap of 6.417. Now, Neddy Duran, let's see, there we go, Neddy Duran right there. Mario Borbon, Rain Del Mundo. Here we go, so I'd like to share to you the classification right here. There we go. So Kervin Chang winning this one. First win of the day, followed by Masato Fernando coming in second. Now, of course, JP Evidencio coming in third. Neddy Duran in fourth. Mario Borbon in fifth. Rain Del Mundo in sixth. Coming in 7 is Efraim Monahon. So there we go. This is the classification right here. Here we go. We're gonna wait for the racers right here. All right, we will be right back. There we go. Winning this one right here is Kerwin Chang, KC99. There we go. So okay, we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry for a short delay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. And we are back with this next category. This is the Scooter 125 Limited. Here we go. We're scheduled for scheduled for 8 laps of racing right here. Here we go. JM Alonso is on pole once again. So si JM poising to get his third win of the day. So we'll see. Here we go. We're scheduled for 6 laps of racing right here. JM Alonso, let's see if he could get his third win for the day right here. There we go. JM Alonso on pole. Oh, they're lacking one rider, I think, one here. So here we go. A good one right there for JM Alonso. Here we go. This is the opening stage. Whoa! Problems there on the track. Kent Basalo, I think. We have to check on that. This is Ran Berganya right here. So this is the opening stages of this race. Is that Kent Basalo? We have to check on that. But so far, so good. JM Alonso opening this one right here. And poised to get his third win of the day. Wow, Grand Slam if mangyari yan, no? So that's Garage. That's Garage will be very happy coming into Cebu. Races already. Here we go. So JM Alonso right there. Ran Berganya and say, oh, Ken Basal. Oh, that was Ran Berganya who went down. So, there we go. Now, this is the battle for first. So, JM Alonso now leading this one right here with a 2.410. Kent Basalo coming in second right there. And there we go. JM Alonso poised to get his third win of the day. And of course, we'd like to thank our friends from Motul, Infiniteserv. Infiniteserv, maraming salamat po. Infiniteserv International Company Corporation, maraming salamat. The distributor of Motul in Luzon. So, thank you so much for making this possible. A 5-year contract with us and them. So there we go. Thank you so much. Of course, Motul Philippines. Thank you as well. Look at that. JM Alonso show of force right here with a 5.104 gap. Also would like to thank FDR Tires. Thank you so much We'd like to thank our friends from Panglao, Kartways. Thank you so much for making this one possible right here. And of course, this is one of the most sought after race events here in Panglao. So we will be back right here on September for the regional Underbone Grand Prix. That will be this September. There we go, J.M. Alonso with halfway now in this race. Ken Basalo, let's see, Rand Berganya, that is a huge gap right there. So, that is already been overlapped right here. So I think there's a problem with the bike for Rand Berganya. That is Ken Basalo, 6.857. That's JM Alonso pala. I'm sorry about that. So that is Rand Berganya. He overlapped Rand Berganya already. So that is the pace right here. Or maybe there is a problem with Rand Berganya's bike right here. Two laps to go right here. All right, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing a great Sunday. It's a hot Sunday afternoon. I hope it's hot there as well, or wherever you are now. Hindi ba umuulan or hindi ba bumabagyo? So I've heard that there are really lots of scattered rains. There they go. Another show of force right there for J.M. Alonso. There we go with a 8-second gap. I hope everyone is doing well this Sunday afternoon. So thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We still have one more category to go, which is the Open GP. 155 Open GP. Last lap of the race. There we go. Last lap for our race leader right here. J.M. Alonso poised to win his third win of the day. There we go, J.M. Alonso. Here we go. Here we go for our winner right here. Third win of the day is J.M. Alonso of Dad's Garage. What a win right here for J.M. Alonso. There we go. So coming in second right there is Kent Basalo and of course Rand Berganya. All right, race winner, Jim Alonso. Third win of the day. Nice one, JM. All right, we will be right back. All right, welcome back. We are on board Masato Fernando right here. Yeah, so medyo dying na yung ano niyan, na baterya niyan, but sir, we're just showing it to you right now. Anyway, there we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Here we go. We are scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Now we on board Masato Fernando. As you can see at the other side of your screen. Here we go. Here we go. A good one right there by Masato Fernando. There we go. This is the opening stages of the race. And who is that? That's Efraimo now. And I think, oh, that's Kerwin Chang. That is Kerwin Chang right there. We are on board Masato Fernando right now. There we go. Masato Fernando, we are on board right here. And Kerwin Chang is closing in right now. So, this is scheduled for 10 laps of racing. Sato Fernando right here. This is the opening stages of the race. And of course, this is the last race of the day. Masato Fernando right now. Now crossing into the start-finish line right here. Now that is the gap right there of Masato Fernando. And of course, Kerwin Chang, that is the gap right there at 0769. Sorry about the frequency. Medyo ang bilis talaga ng takbo nila. Anyway, there we go. Masato Fernando now. Let's see. Neddy Duran is in third. Efraimo now slide down to fourth. There's a problem with the bike, I think. So, we'll see. Tingnan natin what's going on right there. But so far, so good right here for Masato Fernando. There we go. So 0769 gap right there by Kerwin Chang and Masato Fernando. Where is Kerwin Chang? There we go. Lap, 8 laps. That is the gap right there. With a 2.110 gap right there from Kerwin Chang and Masato Fernando. Now, look at that. Fastest lap right here is Masato Fernando, 51.296. That is the fastest lap right here for this guy right here. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships here at Panglao, Bohol. Thank you so much, Panglao Kartways, for making us or hosting our Super Series Panglao GP. There we go. That's Efraimo Nahon. He's currently on third right here. He was able to grab that one back. He was second on the grid. Medyo, ngayon tingnan natin kung mahabol ba niya si Kerwin Chang. This kind of be a tall order, 2.392 gap right there. So, let's see. There we go. Masato Fernando right there with a zero. Wow, look at the gap. Biglang naging 3 seconds a while ago. I think that was just less than 2 seconds. So, grabe. There we go. Efrain Monahon with a 2.577. Let's see if he'll be able to close in right here on Kerwin Chang. That's Kerwin Chang. There we go. That's Efrain Monahon. This is JP Ovidencio, Neddy Duran, Mario Borbon, and Rain Del Mundo. Now the battle for first right here is, that is the gap right there, 3.309. And right here, Kerwin Chang, Efrain Monahon, that is the gap right there. Let's see if Efrain Monahon will be able to close on this one right here. There you go. That is Kerwin Chang. Medyo malayo na yung gap ni Kerwin Chang at saka ni Efrain Monahon. That's 4.112. So, but so far right here, that is our race leader, Masato Fernando of Dodge Garage. Wow, it seems that all Dodge Garage right here were able to win majority of the categories. And the fastest lap kay Masato pa rin, 51.296. There we go, Masato Fernando looking good right here with lap number 4. Now the gap right here is 4.514. There we go. That's Kerwin Chang. The gap of Efrain Monahon, that's a 4.514 seconds. And JP Ovidencio is closing on him. So is Neddy Duran on JP. Mario Borbon, there we go. Oh, Rain Del Mundo battling for position right there. Here we go. That is the battle for 4.720. With 3 laps to go in this race. Medyo malayo-layo na to ngayon. There we go. That's JP Ovidencio with 3 laps to go in this race. The gap for Kerwin Chang and Efrain Monahon medyo lumalaki. That's 5 seconds already as Masato Fernando will just get it. Masato Fernando with a very huge gap right here. Look at that. That is as Kerwin Chang passes through 6.206 with 2 laps to go in this race. Laki ng gap. Grabe. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for watching with us. That is Efrain Monahon looking good right here. So far, Onahon and Kerwin Chang, medyo malayo yung gap nila. There we go. Efrain Monahon. There we go for the last lap of the race. All right, here we go. Onto the backstretch right here for Masato Fernando with a 7.6 682 gap right there. Masato Fernando winning his first race of round number 4. There we go. Masato Fernando for winning this one. There we go. From Dad's Garage with a 10.406 gap right there as Efraim Manaon crosses the start-finish line with a 4.486 from the race leader. All right, so there we go. Thank you so much for joining tonight, this afternoon. There we go. This is our classification right here. Masato Fernando winning this one right there with a 10-second gap from Kervin Chang. Efraim Monahon with a 4.486 gap. JP Obidencio with a 2.614. Neddy Duran with a 2.607 and 3. And Mario Borbor 4665 and Rain Del Mundo with a 0.3 gap right there.
Super Series Panglao Grand Prix. Thank you so much, people from Bohol. Thank you so much for joining us this great Sunday afternoon. Panglao Kartways, thank you so much. Here we go, Masato Fernando for his victory lap.
There we go. Winning this one is Masato Fernando right there.
On September for the regional Underbone Grand Prix. Yun naman po para sa Visayas Mindanao Riders.
That's Garage. They got 4 wins today. Wow. Congratulations to That's Garage. Wow. Congratulations, Masato Fernando. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for making this possible right here. And, of course, we also would like to thank Motul, Infiniteserv, Motul Philippines. Thank you so much for your continued support. And also would like to thank Panglao Kartways. Thank you so much. It's been a very nice one right there. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much everybody for making this one right here. Maraming salamat po. And in behalf of my co-race chairman, Al Camba, thank you so much for everybody. Thank you. That's it for us. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all the winners. And we'll see you next time right here at Panglao Kartways. Thank you so much, everybody. Jongwei right here of the Racing Line TV. Don't forget to share your passion. This is One Passion, One Nation. This is your Motul Super Series Nationwide Championships. Have a safe one, everybody. God bless. Thank you so much.